when she gets away.
What's up, YouTube family? We are back with another video. It's your girl T, you already know, and I am back to do my Q&A vlog. So just a couple days ago, I made a post on all of my social media sites, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. And I just kind of asked a few of my friends and family that I follow on all 3 apps to just simply send me some questions, because I've been getting a lot of questions from a lot of my family and friends from the States, and just, you know, people who's been following my journey, just asking me questions about my experience in Dubai. So I am here to answer those questions. A lot of y'all swiped up and gave me some really good questions, and I am so excited to answer them. So I have my jar with the questions that you all asked me on the social media sites. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna like swiggle it around and just, you know, randomly pick one. I also have my water here, you know, try to match the polka dot, you know, because your girl likes to talk. I love to talk, you know. So you might see me, you know, take a little sip at girl, been talking too much. Gotta stay hydrated, you feel me? Gotta stay hydrated. So what I did was I wrote the answers on a piece of paper, and I'm just gonna swiggle it around and answer them. All right, before I answer the questions, I just want to say that all the questions that you asked me were amazing. I am only answering them from my personal experience. Someone else's experience and someone else's answers may be different. This is Taisha talking. This is Taisha's experience. So every answer that I give is what I know. I don't know everything, so just bear with me. I can only answer from what I know and what I've experienced. All right, let's get to it. So I am going to randomly select a question I'm going to answer. Let's see. The first one is advice on being safe while in a different country. Okay, so I would say I'm gonna talk about my last year's experience. Last year was my first time in Dubai in 2022. I had a cousin here, so that kind of helped. And I was able to make connections with my sorority. Everybody was really nice and looking out for me. My cousin always said, girl, it's safe up here, don't worry, yada yada. But when you come from the US of A and you are where there's a lot of sex trafficking, there's a lot of stalkers, just like kidnapping, it's so much going on, especially as a female. It could be pretty scary. So I can honestly say I have felt pretty safe for the most part being in Dubai. But naturally, I just know to watch my back. So when I came up here, it's like, yeah, they say it's safe, but I'm gonna still watch my back. So definitely you wanna take precautions. I never, ever, ever was in a situation, except for one time. Let me tell you about this one time. I was coming home from wherever I was coming from. It was 11 o'clock at night. I was by myself, driving, parking in my parking garage at my hotel apartment that I was staying in. And this, in Dubai, they have car washers they're always outside in the parking lots, just ready to wash your car. And they'll just come up to you and follow you just to ask if you need your car to be clean. And so this particular night, I've never in my life, y'all, had somebody come up to me at night, just like this man. Okay, so this man just randomly came up to my car, and I wasn't used to the norms of Dubai. Now, I'm new here. I don't know what y'all got going on, okay? And so I'm in my car, I backed in, and I just kind of was about to get out, but then I saw the man just standing there waiting on me. Now, mind you, it's late at night, I'm by myself. I was scared. And so, you know, in my mind, I'm like, well, let me just pretend that I'm trying to get something to see if he'll like walk away or leave. So I was like fiddling around in my car, acting like I was looking for stuff to grab. And I looked, and the man was still standing there. And at that point, I got scared because he was standing there like looking at me. And he wasn't smiling, or he didn't look welcoming or anything. So you know what I did? Cranked my car up and I drove off. Because what? Like, that scared me. But I think the guy was just genuinely just standing there trying to ask if I needed my car clean. but it was late at night and I'm a female and I'm from the States and we don't do that, okay? Like, I thought you was trying to get your girl. I thought you was trying to get your girl. Like, you not gonna get me. Like, you not gonna get me. Like, I always try to watch my surroundings, always. Like, I might not look like it, but I'm watching. Like, when something don't feel or seem right, I know. Like, I kid you, 9 times out of 10, I know. And so, yeah. But for the most part, it's been safe. I haven't traveled to too many countries by myself. I've only been to Qatar and Thailand, but those 2 places, I was with someone. And in Dubai, I have people. So in Dubai, it's safe for the most part. You can literally drop your wallet in the road, in the middle of a random road, leave it there for like 2 days and come back and it'll still be there. Like, that's how safe it is. If it's not there, then I guarantee somebody found it and they're going to give it back to you. Like, your ID or whatever it is to get it, they're going to find you and they're going to give it back to you. Dubai has cameras everywhere. Like, everywhere. Like, if you think you being slick, you not. They don't tolerate a lot of things over here. And if you even talk about it through your messages, like, sometimes they can really find out. Like, if you're doing something that you know you shouldn't be doing, that's against their laws, and they find out about it, yeah. So, Dubai is very safe. That's really all I have to say. Always keep your guard up, though. Don't ever think that you are fine, so you can, like, do whatever. Like I said, I've been pretty good here, but never ever think that nobody is like looking out for you. Like, always be on the lookout is what I would say. Always watch your surroundings. Always be careful. All right, that's enough. I'm getting off topic now. That's it. Dubai is safe. Watch your back. All right, next one. It says, how's the cost of living compared to the U.S.? Also, how does the visa work? So the cost of living in Dubai, let's see. So Dubai can be expensive if in certain areas, I would say. So when I go grocery shopping, I believe the grocery shopping in Dubai is roughly the same as the States. The currency is different. Let me just see. So I just went grocery shopping the other day and I spent 700 dirham, but I have not, like, literally I went shopping at the end of August and it's already the middle of September and I have not needed to get anything else from the grocery store. So I spent 700 roughly AED, which is 190 US dollars, and I got, so I'm pescatarian now. Woo, woo, shout out to the pescatarian girlies. Woo, 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 woo. All right, so I started a pescatarian journey with my sister at the beginning of September. So my grocery shopping list from normally, my normal list has changed because I'm now eating seafood versus eating chicken and things like that. So I paid 190 US dollars for my groceries, healthy food that I have not needed to buy anything else. There are certain things like the self-care. If you want to purchase something for self-care, you can get it at a better deal in Dubai, I would say, than the US. Really, in any country. I went to Thailand, y'all, and I got a massage, an hour massage for like $6 US. In Dubai, I got a full body wax for $26 US. Like, and I got my face threaded. Like, yeah, you can't get that in the US. When I get my hair done, let me see, I paid 350 AED for this hairstyle, and that's only $95. Only $95 that I paid for this. In the US, and she washed my hair. She washed my hair, and I paid 95 US dollars. In the US, I would have been paying almost $200 to get the wash and the braids. Like, so yeah, like there's certain things that's like more, the gas up here, oh, let me tell you. So I rent a car. When I rent my car, it only charges me, I was paying 1,500 AED, which is only 408 US dollars. Now, I've never rented a car before in the US, but I had, honestly, a brand new car. I had a brand new car before I left the States. And my monthly payment was only 380 US dollars, but I was also paying for insurance and I'm paying for gas. all of that adds up. So I'm paying one total price of $408 for my rental car. And my gas is only literally, sometimes it's under 180, and 180 is only $27. So I was only paying $27 probably every 2 weeks or every 3, depending on where I'm going. Every 2 to 3 weeks. I go to work back and forth, and so I would say every 2 weeks. And then if something ever was to happen to my rental car, what they do up here is, because it's a rental, your rental company, they just simply exchange it out. Like, for example, in March of this year, I got into a really bad car accident. A big 18-wheeler hit my car, y'all. I was at the red light, and a big 18-wheeler hit me in the back and crashed my car. Y'all, when I tell y'all, that was the most scariest moment of my life. But thank God, you know, God is good, okay? God spared my life that day. God be looking out for your girl. I don't know what it is about me, but I just know that I'm covered. If you see the car, and I will put a picture of my rental car so y'all can see what it looks like. If you saw the car and you look at me, like, I came out with literally just a few scratches on my arm. I was perfectly fine, like no damages to the brain. I really could have died that day. I literally saw my life flash before my eyes, but I was good, like, thank God. So anyways, I say all that to say the rental car company literally was able to get me a car. They was trying to give it to me the day after, really, but I just wasn't ready to drive yet. I was just so scared and traumatized, y'all. I've never in my life been in a car accident, and that's always been one of my biggest fears. So anyways, I was able to get my new car because I needed to get to work. They gave me a new car, and it was not a problem. Like, everything was covered. I didn't have to pay for anything, of course. Like, as long as you're not in the wrong, that's just like the stage, you're fine. So yeah, I think I got off topic, but basically the cost of living is kind of similar. If you're someone who likes to spend money on things, like if you like to go out a lot, like the brunches up here are gonna run you, like my favorite brunch is Soul Brunch. It's gonna run you like 350 AED, but it's a better deal simply because drinks are unlimited. You get a 3-course meal, and like drinks are unlimited. So you're paying, hold on, wait a minute. You're paying $95 to go out and party and have a great time. Unlimited food, unlimited drinks. Yeah, so that's a deal to me. That's a deal. Now, every brunch is going to run you like a different price, but like if you keep going every weekend, of course, it's going to add up. You're going to be paying a lot of money. Groceries, I would say I don't spend, like, for me, groceries are going to cost, because it's just me. I'm only cooking for me. I would say I don't spend no more than $500 at max a month, which is $136 for groceries. My car is only $450. I said, what did I say? $408. And then gas. What else? All I need is food, gas. Everything else is paid for. So with me, I came here to teach. When you're a teacher, they provide you a visa. So my visa is taken care of. My apartment is taken care of. I don't have to worry about paying rent, okay? All I have to pay for that I need, I would say, is my car and my food. And whatever else I want to do for fun. So my apartment is covered. I don't have to pay for rent. Only thing they make you do is pay for utilities. And utilities, this month for me, my utilities are only 700 AED, which is only $190. And I pay that every month. Last year for my hotel apartment, it was 1,000 AED, which is the norm up here. And that's only $272. But I was at a hotel, everything comes included. They clean my room at the hotel. It was for water, lights, you know, all that good stuff. So yeah, again, I came here on a teacher's contract, so my school provided me with the visa. And so I just kind of let them, all I had to do is give them my attested documents. I had to go through the embassy in the States and give them like my ID, my US ID, my passport, my transcript, my birth certificate, and police clearance. What else? My bachelor's degree and all those things. I had to get those attested. And then once I came here, they had to get the documents. And then that's how I got my visa. So I don't know what it's like to get a visa with other jobs, but as a teacher, my visa came with my school. So if I were to leave, then my visa would be canceled. I would have to get like freelancing or do something independent to get my own visa to sponsor myself. But right now my school is sponsoring me in the UAE, and they're paying for my hotel apartment, and they pay for me to get home. So I can come home once a year, and it's usually in the summer where they give you the money. They gave me the money in March of this year for me to come home in the summer of this year. So if I want to come home any other time, I have to pay. Like I went home last year for Christmas. Expensive. I don't know if I'll do that again, okay? I paid almost $2,000 US to get home. That's why, y'all, I love my family and I love my friends, but y'all have to understand, okay? Y'all might have to come see me, okay? So yeah, that's that. All right, next question. It says, is the education system better in Dubai as to them preparing kids for life after school compared to the US? Okay, so what I have learned about Dubai, the education system up here is completely, of course, different from the US. So Dubai has lots of schools. I teach at a private/government school. So when your school is like when it's private/government, that means it's ran by the locals, it's ran by Emiratis. And so when you're at a school like that, you're teaching 100% Emirati students. It's a lot, I could say. It's a lot that I'm learning. But in conclusion, we as teachers do as best as we can to foster the needs of those students that we're teaching in the UAE. Our goal is ultimately to see them grow and to succeed. So all we can do is what we can. So all right, next question. Moving on. All right, tips for living abroad, staying connected with fam in the States. Okay, here's some tips for living abroad. So if I am genuinely someone who is very family oriented, like I absolutely love my family. I absolutely love my closest friends. So leaving them has been a challenge, but I know my reason for leaving the US. It was just personal, and I wanted change. I really wanted to be in a whole new atmosphere, a whole new environment. I wanted to see and do something new because I was going through some things. And you know, sometimes when you're going through things, it's okay to change locations and change environments, and that kind of helped you grow. And I'm really thankful, honestly, that I took the leap of faith and moved abroad. This has honestly been the best decision of my life. I've been able to grow as an individual so much. So my tips for living abroad is just to definitely enjoy the experience. Like when I came here, baby, when I touched down in August of 2022, I was outside, okay? I was outside. Like, I was so excited just to be here. I don't know if y'all can tell from looking at my first vlog. I was so excited. I was outside. I had my cousin. I connected with my sorors. If you know me, you know I'm a social butterfly and I'm going to talk to people. I love talking, getting connected, and meeting new people. So it didn't take me long at all to make some friends. Everybody, literally, after I met a couple people, everybody was like sending me events that was going on. So I was teaching at school Monday through Friday, and I was going outside on the weekends, like having a blast, okay? Even sometimes I was going out during the week, okay? Like, because that's just what this was all about for me. This was all about the experience. Like, I've never in my life lived in another country, and I wanted to take advantage of every opportunity. I didn't want to miss anything. If there was a birthday party, I'm going. If there was a brunch just event, I'm going. If there was a trip to another emirate, I'm going. Like, okay, I did not want to miss anything. I wanted to just enjoy the whole experience, because I felt like, for me, before I left the States, I was so in this space where I was just working and coming home, working and coming home, working and coming home. That's it. Like, I didn't have a life. I felt like I didn't have a life. And I just really wanted to live. Like, it just wasn't, I wasn't in a great mental space. That's my reason for leaving the States. I was doing really good, but I just felt so empty on the inside. Like, I was like, I'm only 24. Like, no way my life is supposed to be like this. Like, I should be able to work and, you know, make my money, but I should also be able to live. Like, I just felt like, I felt really dead on the inside. Like, I really felt dead on the inside. And so yeah, when I got here, in my mind, my whole goal for coming here was for the experience. I wanted to experience learning a new culture. I wanted to experience understanding cultural foods and another side of the world. Really, when I came over here, like, it's amazing. Like, we learn about Europe and we learn about I never really remember learning too much about the Middle East, but Asia, Europe, Africa, they tell us about these places, but when you're actually here, you learn more about it. Like, just hearing about it in school isn't enough. To actually experience Asia, to actually experience the Middle East, and eventually I'll, you know, travel more. Coming soon, very soon, okay? Flights are being booked, okay? But yeah, like, enjoy the experience. Like, do the things that you never did before. Do the things that you're afraid to do. Like, I skydived in Thailand. Like, what? I jumped out of the sky at 14,000 feet. Like, that is so amazing to me. Yeah, and also another tip would be to just save. Like, now that I'm into my second year of living here, like, I blew up a lot of money last year moving here, but I was proud of that because that's what I wanted. I wanted the experience. Like, I don't regret doing anything. But I do wish I would have saved a lot more, but definitely save your money. Make the connections. Go out. Like, meet new people. Like, you can learn so much. Like, I met so many Americans from different parts of the States that are living here and going to different parts of the world. Like, I was never the type of person to think that I could travel by myself, but I'm in the process of planning my first solo trip. Woo-woo. So look at me, like, and you can learn so much. Like, everybody here comes from different backgrounds, and they know things that you don't know. So, like, just don't be afraid to ask questions and learn. Like, Dubai is like a very rich place. There's a lot of money in Dubai. There's a lot of ways to make money. Talk to people, connect to people, get out there. Like, take the chances and definitely put God first. If you know your values and your morals, never lose sight of that. Like, when I came up here, I was able to find a church. My cousin was connecting me with this church that she was going to, where she sang on the choir. I was able to go to that church, and I found another church just recently that I started going to. Like, don't forget where you came from, for sure. Do the things that you like to do before. Like, if you like working out, doing yoga, they have all of that up here. Like, people actually are living here. Life is so much easier here. Like, I don't have that much to worry about, in a sense. You know? The way that I connect to my family, stay connected to my family, is just by using WhatsApp. My mom, y'all know that's my girl. She calls me literally every day, and she knows what time to call me, because in the UAE, the Middle East, is 8 hours ahead of South Carolina. So my mom calls me usually every morning my time, which is late at night their time, early morning my time. And she knows when she wakes up early in the morning to call me, because that's when I'm just getting home from school. She asks me how my day is. That's my girl. My mom, my dad checks in too. My sisters, all my best friends, all my close friends and family, they check in. So I just stay connected through WhatsApp and definitely social media. sometimes, y'all, I really want to show y'all what's going on, but I don't have the energy. Like, as a teacher, it drains you to talk and just be so, like, and don't get me wrong, I'm a very outgoing person, but sometimes I don't have the energy to talk to other people. I don't have the energy to be around other people when I'm around kids all the time, when I'm around people all the time. I have to talk all the time. Like, sometimes I don't have it in me. So I need time to recharge, to be to myself. So sometimes I don't really post, but when I'm in my mood, when I'm happy and I'm feeling it, then I'll actually, you know, post more. Water break. Oh, another thing for living abroad, make sure, okay, you look at, when you're going to another country, focus on their rules. Like, look at what's tolerated and what's not tolerated in that country, okay? Because let me tell y'all something. So I'm gonna tell y'all something, but don't tell nobody and don't pick at me now. But if you ever rode in the car with me, you know I naturally drive fast. Like, I just love to drive fast. I love to put the pedal to the metal. I can't help it. Like, but I'm a safe driver. One thing about it, we gonna get there quick, but I'm a safe driver, okay? I'm very safe. Very safe, okay? So it was probably my third day of living here last year. I got my car, got my rental car. You know, can't tell me nothing because I'm driving and I'm whipping it in the streets of Dubai. Stop playing. So oh man. So in Dubai, when the light is about to turn from green to yellow, from yellow to red, it blinks. Okay, so the green light, I was at a red light, okay? I was at a stoplight, and it was green, and so it started blinking. That means it's about to turn yellow. So I went, you know, I'm driving, and then it turned yellow, and then it immediately turned red. So I think I passed it when it was turning yellow. Literally, I saw it was yellow. Like, it was yellow. It was yellow. I'm not colorblind. It was yellow. It was yellow. So next thing I know, I get an email. So I'm at a conference, one of the conference for the newcomers, new joiners at the school. I'm at this conference. Next thing you know, I get an email from our rental car company. And they said, you got a ticket for this amount, but we're charging you this amount for our company. And we just took this amount out of your account. Y'all, when I saw the number that they put, I almost threw up, but I didn't know for sure if I was reading it correctly. So I read that thing probably, y'all, I'm at this conference, not focused on what they talking about. I'm reading this thing like probably 5, 6, 7 times, and it's not making sense. I almost cried. It was so many emotions that went through my body. And so I had to ask one of my colleagues, I said, please read this email and tell me this is not what I think it is. And she read it, and she was like, oh my gosh, girl, they just took the money out your account. I'm gonna tell y'all the amount of money they took out of my account. It's not even funny. It's not even funny, y'all. I got a ticket that was only $250. Let me calculate it. The ticket for running the red light from the police, from the Dubai police, was only 250 AED, which is only $68 US. The rental car company charged me 4,500 AED, which is $1,225 US. And they did not give me a warning. They literally said, we took this money out of your account for your ticket. They did not say, hey, you know, we saw you got a ticket. We're going to take the money out in XYZ day. No, they just snatched the money out of my account, y'all. I nearly died that day. I was like, it killed my whole mood. And that was in the morning when I found that out. So don't be like me. Stop at the green lights. And best believe that's what I'm doing now. I'm stopping at every green light. You're not going to catch me getting another ticket, baby. No, ma'am. No ham, no turkey. So do your research when you go to different countries if you're trying to live abroad. Enjoy the experience. Do your research. And Another thing is get your phone service. So when I came up here in Dubai, you have to have what they call an Emirates ID. And I didn't get my Emirates ID until really late. And that is your, as a teacher, if you come here as a teacher, that's your school's responsibility. But I didn't get mine until later. That's one thing I've learned about Dubai. Everything here is the last minute. Everything here is last minute. So when you get things, don't think you're gonna get it on time. You're gonna get it at the last minute. Okay, so I didn't have my Emirates ID until like October, when you're supposed to have it as soon as you get here. So when I got here in August, I should have gotten it like before August was over, because you have like 30 days to be on like a visa, on like a tourist visa, until like they're like, okay, you done been here long enough, where your visa. So make sure you get your documents together, because if not, in the UAE especially, they will start locking things. Like, I didn't have my Emirates ID, so they locked my car and I couldn't pay anything. I couldn't buy anything. Like, everything was shut down. Everything was shut down. So I had my car, I couldn't put gas in my car, couldn't pay for my car payment, couldn't pay my phone bill. It was a mess. Like, but everything got fixed and situated, so we were good. We were good. We were good. So stay on top of that. Get your things together. Do your research. Let's see. What has been the biggest challenge since moving, and how did you handle it? I've had many challenges, to be completely honest with you. One of the biggest challenges, I would say, okay, I just thought of it. One of my biggest challenges that I faced on last year was around the holiday time, like my birthday in November, Thanksgiving, Christmas, like, you know, around the holiday time. After my birthday, there's Thanksgiving, and there's December. So around my birthday in November, I felt a little homesick, and I started to kind of question why I was even overseas. Like, yeah, I was still having a good time. Yeah, I had my cousin. Yeah, I had my friends. But I just felt like I missed home, because around that time, I kept getting on social media, just checking in on family and friends. And I kept seeing young people that I either went to school with or knew of from back home that were dying due to gun violence, due to just car accidents, due to health problems, y'all. And it was just making me feel like I wanted to be around my people, because I couldn't imagine, like, yeah, and granted, I knew that any of that could have happened with me being overseas before I moved. But like, when you're actually here and the only way for you to get home, like, is through an airplane, and it's gonna take you like a day to get there. Like, you can't just drive home. That's when it hits. Like, so I was feeling a little homesick, and it kind of like affected my performance in the classroom. Like, I kind of wasn't doing as good as I should have. Like, I just wasn't there. Like, mentally, I wasn't there. Like, I really just wanted to be home. Like, I just miss my people and my friends. Like, I just miss being around my people. And so, and also, I was just dealing with a lot of things at my job that was kind of like stressing me out in a way. And so, like, I just felt like I didn't have a place, or I felt like I didn't have, you know, because normally what I would do, and granted, I was still going to church, but I just felt like I needed someone. Like, I needed a hug. Like, I needed one of my mama's hugs, or my dad's hugs, or I don't know. I just needed a moment with somebody from home. And so, yeah, like, I was just having a hard time. Like, really, I was going through a lot around my birthday last year. Like, and so that was honestly a challenge. And then, I mean, just imagine you having to come home and be by yourself and just be drowning in your thoughts of like missing home and the what ifs of whatever. And you go to school, you go to your job, and you're also dealing with other complications, other things that you just have no control over. Like, it took a toll on me mentally. Like, I was just having a hard time. But one thing about me, I don't ever show when things are going on. So I'm really good at hiding my emotions. Like, I could be going through World War III and I will come at you and smile and crack a joke. Like, I just don't like, I'm not someone who would like broadcast my emotions as much. Like, unless I completely trust you 100% and I know that you're my person, or like if you're a close friend of mine or close my family, I would tell you. But even then, sometimes I just don't want to bring them into my mess. Like, I don't like, if I'm going through something, I like to go through it by myself and just deal with it. Like, because I know how to deal with things. Like, I'm very spiritual. Like, I heavily believe that praying and going to God for anything will solve all of your problems. Like, everything that you go through in life is only a test. It's only a season. Like, it's never supposed to last for long. And so sometimes I can tell myself these things, but sometimes it's hard. Like, yeah, you can tell yourself, but it's hard to believe it. Like, you need somebody to like kind of uplift you. You need somebody that understands where you're coming from, understands what you're dealing with, so that they can help uplift you. And so that was a challenge for me. I honestly, talking about it it's just reminding me of how I felt. Like, it was I just miss my mom. I miss my mommy. I miss my family. I miss my grandma. Just being around genuine people that I know love me. Cause yeah. Because in Dubai, you meet people, and these are people that you don't necessarily know, but they're like good people. They're good people. You all are going through the same thing. You all left your family in the States and y'all are here by yourself. So you kind of like are here for each other in that type of way. But what I needed was just genuine, like, home love. Like, even my grandma, I kind of miss my grandma food. Everything. I miss my grandma food on Thanksgiving. I miss my aunties, cakes, like everything. Like, I was missing home and I was just a little sad. Like, and so, but the way I handled that was just simply going home. Girl, I went home in December and I paid that money to go home to see my family because I needed to. And I think going home was needed because a part of me was ready to give up, like, with everything I was going through. And when I tell you I was going through some things, like at work, I was facing challenges at work that I never had to face. But looking back, I feel like every little thing, every single thing I went through was to build me up and to help me be this amazing person. Living in Dubai has honestly allowed me to see who I am. Like, I never knew I can do a lot of the things that I did. And I feel like because of that, I'm able to handle things and look at things differently. Like, I look at things so differently now. And I'm a better me. Like, I've grown, like, mentally, physically, spiritually. Let me tell y'all, that's a story for another day. I could really go into detail with what's going on, but another time. So in conclusion, I handled that by just praying. I leaned on my sorority sisters. I leaned on my cousin. My cousin was like my big sister. Like, I would go to her about everything. Like, I know she got tired of me. Like, every time I would be hitting up my cousin, like, girl, what do I do? What do I do? And I had like sorority sisters who were really so supportive. Like, oh man, like, I'm so thankful that I was able to have them on my first year and even still now. So that's that. Not to be sentimental, but that's really what it is. All right, next question. What do you like the most about living in another country? What do I like the most? I would say what I like the most is the connections and the friends that I made. Like, I've made some of the bestest friends. I met some of the coolest people in Dubai. Like, literally, even the parents of my kids, like, they have been looking out for me because they know I was new to Dubai, like making sure I had everything I needed. Like, that's so important to me. And that was always, let me just get let me just get spiritual real quick. My prayer before I came up here was for God to bless me with someone that will look out for me. Because I feel like in my life's journey, I always had somebody. Like, I'm looking back, every moment, every step of my life, I always had somebody older than me that was looking out for me, like made sure, like kind of like a mentor that just kind of like looked out to make sure I was okay. But up here, like I had that from every connection. Like I had that from my parents at school, I had that from my colleagues at school, I had that from my sorority sisters, I had that from my cousin, I had that from my friends that I just randomly met at different events in Dubai. So that's one of the things I really like. And then just learning from all these people, like everybody is just so amazing. Like, and also the food, like I love the food up here is amazing. And the luxury of just being able to drive 15 minutes to like a really nice hotel, a really nice restaurant. Like I'm in this really nice city where everything is like, where people come to visit. But baby, I'm a resident, okay? I live here, okay? This is my city. This is my city. I live here. So I like the luxury that comes with Dubai. I like that when I go to the gas station, I never have to pump my own gas. There are workers outside who literally all you have to do is pull up. They pump your gas for you and you go. Like, I love I'm not someone that's very materialistic. I wouldn't consider myself very materialistic, but I do like nice things. Like I enjoy the luxuries of life. Like God created this beautiful country with all of these luxuries, and I'm thankful that I'm able to experience them because I came from St. George, South Carolina, the country of South Carolina. Nobody has ever, not too many people know about St. George, but I'm thankful that St. George raised me, but I'm more thankful that I'm able to live here and get these experiences coming from that small town. So yes, like I think that's it. I love the people here, the food is amazing, and just the experiences, the life, the luxury. I love the luxury. You can get a massage. Like a really nice massage, like for cheap. And I like the fact that I can go to other countries for cheap. Like leaving the States, coming to Europe, going to Paris, all those countries in Europe, Spain. It's gonna cost you a rack for real, but I don't have to pay that much, okay? It's right there. It's right down the road for me, baby. If I wanna go to Thailand, if I wanna go to Asia, if I wanna go to Japan or China, right down the road, baby. If I want to go to Africa, Sri Lanka, right down the road, baby. I don't have to pay a rack to go to see all these beautiful countries. So yeah, I love that. I love that about living here in the Middle East. It says, how long are you there for? How long am I in Dubai for? So when I signed my contract to move to Dubai, it was for 2 years. So I am now into my 2nd year of living in Dubai. Woohoo! Woo-woo. And so technically after this year, my contract is up. So I have the opportunity or the choice to either renew the contract or I can go wherever else I want to go. Go back to the States. Or I can go wherever else I want to go. So it's like, will I stay in Dubai another year? Or will I go back to the States? The world may never know. So, yeah. Hope that answers your question. All right, next question. Cost of living, and is there a language barrier? So I kind of already answered the cost of living. The cost of living here is, like I said, it depends on you. If you're someone who likes to party and go out all the time, you're gonna be spending some money. But you do have like I said, like basic luxurious things that you can get here that will cost you a rack in the US is cheap here. Like if you want to get the laser hair removal, like there's a lot of good things here. Laser hair removal here is only $700 US. In the States, you'll be paying $1,000, almost $2,000. So yeah. And of course, there's a big language barrier. There are some Emiratis, locals here, that speak English very well, but there are a lot of them who do not. So what I've learned in the classroom up here in the States, they call you by your last name. My teacher name is not Miss Davis. It was Miss Davis in the States, but in Dubai, my teacher name is Miss Taisha. They call me Miss Taisha. So they don't use last names. They don't use last names. And yeah, so and the culture here is like, usually when you greet like Emirati men, you do not shake their hand. You always just, you know, nod and talk, but you never shake their hand. The Emirati women, most of them are really sweet. My parents are really sweet. I like to hug. I'm a hugger, and so sometimes I hug, but sometimes I shake their hands. They don't mind, some of them. And so, but the language barrier it could be a challenge if you are someone who doesn't know any English, but most of them do know basic English. Sometimes it's hard for me to understand some Emiratis because they don't have any English background at all. So they can be talking to me and I'm just like, I don't know what you just said. Like they don't know how to put English sentences together. It's just like learning any other language. Like when I was in school back in the States, I was learning Spanish. And so I'm sure my Spanish needs some assistance. ¿Cómo se dice? ¿De dónde eres? You know, yeah. I've learned a few Arabic slang. So in Dubai, one of the first things I've learned is my absolute favorite is Yalla Habibi, come to Dubai, Yalla Habibi. So Habibi just means like love or friend. Like if you're talking to your friends, you'll be like Habibi. But if it's girls, you say Habibti. And Yalla can mean a lot of things. It can mean come on. It can be here you go. It can be hurry up. So Yalla, come to Dubai, Habibti, come to Dubai. We would love to have you, Habibti. If you want to say thank you, you say shukran. Shukran means thank you. Afwan means you're welcome. I've learned how to say my favorite Arabic dish in Dubai. It's these vine leaves. They're so good, and they put rice on the inside. And they have some kind of sour something on the outside that makes it taste so good. And they put pomegranates on top. Muy bien, muy bien, muy bien. It's called wanik edib. Wanik edib is my absolute favorite dish. So good. I know a lot more slang. Let me see, what else? Shuhada. That means, what is this? Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you talking about? Shuhada. Yeah, so I know a little bit. But the language barrier it could be one for those who don't know a lot of English. But you can meet a lot of Emiratis who are very fluent in English, but then there's some that are not so fluent. All right, next question. What is life like in Dubai? This question is so funny to me because when I asked the question on Facebook, y'all know Facebook got all the aunties and the grandmas and all the older generation is on Facebook. I love y'all now. I love y'all so much. But a lot of them were asking me, what's it like over there? Like, what's it, you know? So this question came from a couple of people on Facebook. But life in Dubai is amazing, to say the least. Like, I really enjoy living here. Honestly, if I could move my family here, I would never come back to America. If I could move everybody in my family to Dubai, I would never move back to America. It's amazing over here. Like, I really feel like everybody should at least once in their lives live in another country, just to experience and see what life is like outside of America. There are so many more great things in this world. Like, there's so many other beautiful countries and lots of more experiences and opportunities in other countries as well. So yeah, I really absolutely love living in Dubai. I can say that I'm really thankful that my mom and my dad, shout out to y'all for raising me the way that y'all did, because I don't think I would be able to do this without the morals and education that I have learned from my upbringing. Not even just my parents, but I've met so many great people along the way who have kind of influenced who I am today. Like, they have really played a big major role in my life. And I love them so much for that. I love them so much for that. So, life in Dubai, to answer your question, is great. Life is great. Life is good. You know what I mean? Let's see. Next question. Do you ever feel homesick? I just kind of answered this question. So I felt homesick. Of course, I feel homesick, but I felt homesick real bad last year around my birthday, around the holiday time. But now I feel like I'm fine. Like, I really am fine. I get to talk to my family. Once you meet your people and make your friends, you know, they will never replace the people that are close, near, and dear to your heart, but they will kind of like step in and play those roles for you. So right now I'm fine, but I do still have my moments, and I have had my moments of being homesick and missing my family. You know, of course, like, I miss when the holidays come around. I miss their home cooked meals. Like, don't get me wrong now, my mama can throw down in the kitchen, but it's just something about your grandma's hands. Like, when your grandma touch something, it don't matter what it is. Like, she can make me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and it'll taste so gourmet. Like, I don't know what it is, but grandma just got something special. All right, this is the last question. No, I want more. What are some things you've learned so far from living overseas? Ooh, great way to end the vloggy vlog. It's a lot of things I've learned. I'm gonna say this. I've learned personally, this is a personal lesson that I've learned. I've learned, like I said, I think I said this before, but I've learned how much I can and cannot handle. I've learned how strong I actually am. I feel like you don't really know how strong you are until you're in another country, away from your friends, away from your family. You're by yourself. And I'm thankful that I was able to overcome it, you know. And I look back and I'm like, man, like, you know, whew, all I can do is thank God. Like, I thank God that I never lost faith. I never gave up, because Lord knows, like, I wanted to quit. I wanted to give up. I wanted to go back home. I really did. But I thank God that he kind of kept me. He kept me. Like, for some reason, he just kept me in that same position. Like, I didn't understand, like, God, and I never questioned God, but I was like, why am I still here dealing with XYZ I shouldn't have to deal with? But he kept me. Like, he kept me there, and he showed me that I'm not gonna leave you, baby girl. I'm here for you. Like, you're not doing this by yourself. You got this. And I do feel like God took me through what he took me through to build my character, because now this year I'm at another school, and I am, you know, with people who are brand new to Dubai, brand new to the school, and they don't understand a lot of things. And so I feel like, and they're going through they're feeling the same way I felt when I came in. And so I'm able to help them in a way, overcome those obstacles, and just kind of encourage them and uplift them. I'm in a better mental space now, and I really thank God for that. I really, truly, and honestly, you know, God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. Hallelujah, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. But yeah, let me see. Let me go back to this question, make sure I'm answering. Seriously, when I look back over my life from my childhood all the way up to now, I can see the necessary obstacles that I had to go through to get me to where I am, because a part of me never knew, like, I never as a child knew that I never had like the I never had the passion. I never had the drive to. I never knew I was going to become a teacher. I never knew. And even while I was a teacher, it didn't feel like it was supposed to happen. Like, I remember on my first day of teaching in Greenville, South Carolina, I cried on my first day of school. Like, I was like, I didn't tell nobody why I cried, but deep down inside, I just felt like this is not where I'm supposed to be. I didn't understand the journey, but it was necessary. Like, look, teaching has gotten me over here overseas. Like, and I know that God is trying to show me something that I need to see. Like, he separated me from all of my friends, all of my family, and put me in this whole nother country by myself to show me. I know he's trying to show me something. I know he is. He's trying to elevate me. He's trying to give me these experiences that nobody in my family, my immediate family has ever thought about or dreamed, or nobody in my family has done this, travel abroad by themselves. Like, I am the only person. And so I feel like this whole journey is just a learning experience. Something good is gonna come out of this experience. I just know it is. I know it is, and I don't really quite understand what it is yet, but I look back over my life and I think about everything that I felt like I didn't understand. I definitely understand now. And so some things I've learned is just to enjoy the journey. Where you are is where you're supposed to be. Don't compare your life to someone else's. And I hope nobody think that I have my life together. My life is not together at all. Like, I am just trusting God throughout this life's journey. I have no idea half the time what I am doing, but I know that God is doing something. And you know, a lot of times you're not supposed to understand. Like, just know that where you're at is where you're supposed to be. And that's kind of what I have to keep telling myself. And I have my friends to keep reminding me, keep that reminder in my head so that I don't forget. But yeah, God is going to do his big one always. So, unfortunately, that's the end. No more questions. But if you have any more, like, feel free to leave a comment. All right, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this vloggy vlog. I definitely had fun answering your questions. Hopefully we can do another one. But guess what, y'all? It is Saturday night, okay? And your girl, I'm about to go outside, okay? I'm about to enjoy my weekend. But I had so much fun making this vlog. If you like this vlog, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. And make sure you subscribe, share. I just also want to thank everyone who participated in my Q&A. Thank you for asking the questions. Thank you for being involved. Like, it means a lot to me. I really appreciate y'all. And that's all. Your girl T is signing out. Y'all have a great day. I don't know what you're doing or where you're at, but God loves you and so do I. Bye, y'all. See you.
Now what you in a rush for? What you trying to meet your maker, darling? Or you running out of time, huh? The time ain't even real, you really need to chill.